Hope he's okay. We need that
too.
guy.
Yeah.
Live and local news, just getting started, streaming out loud this morning. On the way, the latest on a railroad workers contract is a strike coming up. The announcement expected today from two of the country's largest railroad unions.
But first, Tracy's got your AccuWeather forecast next, and the I-Team warning about Social Security scams and how they are capitalizing on the news of a cost of living increase. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles talks to one woman who recorded a suspicious call. That's coming up.
Well, good morning to you. We are starting off with some gusty winds around the area. Right now, wind gusts near 30 miles per hour up in Waukegan and a 25 mile per hour wind gust in Kankakee. Looking at the current numbers, yeah, these are your temperatures right now. 30 in Gary, 32 degrees in LaSalle, in Rensselaer, 28 degrees out in DeKalb, and it is 32 degrees right now in Waukegan. Feels like it's in the low 20s and upper teens. So yes, this is certainly cold. It's not as cold as what we had here over the weekend, but even still, it's all relative, right? And when you head out today, this afternoon, highs are going to be topping out in the mid 40s. And then tomorrow, it's not just mid 40s, it's mid to upper 40s coming our way here for temperatures tomorrow. And in fact, let's take a peek at that 7-day. 47 for a high tomorrow, expecting 50 here on Wednesday, Thanksgiving Day, wet day, but a few rain showers will be possible and high temperatures around 50 degrees. Roz?
Yeah, it's not that bad on the expressways right now. We're averaging about 35-minute travel times on most of your inbound commutes between the tri-state and downtown. But this medical emergency on the northbound tri-state at 47th Street is really doing a number on traffic. They have the two left lanes blocked. In fact, I can show you two different tollway cameras. The first one is going to show you the lane blockage there and all of the emergency crews there. This is at 47th Street. Now take a look at the northbound tri-state at 82nd Street. And the delay is actually south of there. So we are talking 5-6 miles of solid traffic northbound on 294. So anything to get around that LaGrange Road, Route 83, you just really don't want to be sitting in that because it's like a 1-hour delay. Terrible, terrible traffic. We'll have another look for you coming up in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, Ross, yeah, big out there. Thank you. The team has a warning this morning from government investigators.
Social Security benefits are set to increase to the inflation, and now scammers are flooding phone lines claiming to help people get Social Security money. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles shares how to spot all of these scams.
The goal for the criminals is to get your personal information to steal your identity. Social Security agents say you should be on high alert. One potential victim recorded a call so you can know what to watch out for.
What I'm hoping right now is that you can qualify. That's what I'm wishing for.
That woman is trying to get personal information from Mary Jo Kane Reese after offering to help her cash in on Social Security money. But Kane Reese doesn't qualify for Social Security, and she's not in need of Social Security disability either.
I I have to collect personal information. Mary, can I please have your social?
It's 362.
And for obvious reasons, gave the caller false information.
She had the nerve to ask me for my social security number, my date of birth, my weight, my height.
Kane Reese says she records these to help protect others from falling victim.
What's the city and the state that you were born?
Why do you think people could easily fall for this?
Because they sound honest. They sound honest.
Social Security's Office of the Inspector General says there are third-party firms that can help you obtain Social Security disability benefits. However, you would contact them after researching. If you get a call out of blue like Kane Reese did, the person is likely trying to scam you.
Your Social Security number, your date of birth, your address, your name, your mother's maiden name, all those things that you would need to set up an account, bank account.
Special at the Office of the Inspector General, Anthony Monaco, says his office gets 7,000 to 10,000 complaints a month about many types of Social Security scam calls. Those calls are getting worse after news of the Social Security cost of living adjustment, also known as COLA.
We're seeing very tricky, very convincing COLA scams that we're seeing come through our website or through reports from our law enforcement partners.
You don't have to do anything to get the raise in benefits. It will happen automatically by January of 2023.
I believe that if they're doing this to me, they're doing it to millions of other people.
If you get a call like this, the best thing to do is hang up. You can report the number to Social Security investigators. Experts say you should also set up a My Social Security account so you can see your statement and find out how much your cost of living increase will be. We have links on the site to help. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Bob Iger is returning to the Walt Disney Company as Chief Executive Officer. The company's board of directors made the announcement last night, saying the change is effective immediately. Current CEO Bob Chapek has stepped down. Iger agreed to serve as Disney CEO for 2 years with a mandate from the board to set the strategic direction for renewed growth and to work on closely with the board in developing a successor. In a letter to Disney employees Sunday night, Iger said he's excited to embark on new adventures with the company. Iger stepped down as executive chairman of the board almost 1 year ago. Disney is the parent company of ABC7.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break.
A reminder that the extension on expired Illinois driver's licenses and ID cards ends next. The Secretary of State's office is encouraging to renew everything sooner rather than later. The extension ends December 1st.
The results of a vote by 2 railroad unions are expected to be announced today. It could determine whether there will be a strike. The engineers and conductors considered a deal brokered by the White House. If the railroad workers strike, the U.S. economy might lose $2 billion a day.
Now to a big show for a young boy battling cancer in the village of Manhattan in Will County. Firefighters, police, and neighbors held a parade over the weekend for 3-year-old Brendan Burns. Burns was diagnosed with cancer for the second time shortly after his family moved to Manhattan. Community members wanted to cheer him up a bit as he begins a new round of treatment.
That'll definitely do it.
I would say so.
How many cars are in that parade? Man, they hooked him
all
up.
the love he needs.
Yep. All right, so look, we're going to link up with everybody who's watching Good Morning America right now.
Tanya Babbage will have a news update on just a bit. You'll see it here as well.
And when we come back this morning, a reunion for a mother and the recipient of her daughter's heart and how her daughter's memory is living. We'll talk about that next.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 7:23. I'm Tanya Babbage. A 15-year-old girl is among 2 people killed in a shooting in the city's Austin neighborhood. Investigators say somebody walked up and started to shoot at a group standing near Augusta and Mayfield. That was just before midnight. A 44-year-old man and the teen girl were killed. Another man was critically hurt. Nobody has been arrested. Let's get a check of our ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Good morning to all. And we are starting off with temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s. In the 30 in 28 in Kankakee, 29 degrees, that number in Morris. We get to Gary, it is 30 degrees there. Sycamore right now at 30. Coal City at 29 degrees. And in Munster, it is 28 degrees. These wind chills, though, bring it down. Feels like it's in the teens and lower end of the 20s here this morning. Today, those highs up into the 40s. And in fact, most days this week, we're going to go for high temperatures above average. We'll take a break, Roz, after this.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Welcome back, everybody. We've been having these ongoing issues on the Metro Electric South Chicago branch. Now they've got signal problems, malfunctioning gates, so please check before you go. Delays for both inbound and outbound trains. On the expressways, we're averaging about 35-minute travel times, which is not bad, but we do have a new crash inbound on the Stevenson at Pulaski, and we're starting to see some improvements on the tri-state. I want to show you a couple of cameras. The first one is northbound. They've the medical emergency, so all lanes are now open. Our second camera is on the tri-state. 82nd Street, so that log jam still exists. And we're talking about a 5-mile back. It's going to take some time, all that traffic to filter through. Just keep that in mind if that's your normal route.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's see, that's just 32 right now, considerably higher than that 13 I saw on the news in my warm coat yesterday morning. So we are headed up again to more normal light temperatures, which is a great thing. I know. An incredible reunion over the weekend in Chicago.
Yeah, the mother of an owner got to meet who received her daughter's heart. Amber Morgan's daughter, Andriana Williams, was 20 years old when she died in 2018 from asthma complications. Andriana's family donated her organs, saving 3 lives, including Tom Johnson of Kankakee. He was suffering with congestive heart failure. Amber was able to listen to her daughter's heart beating inside of Tom's chest.
A lot of emotions, and I feel so blessed because I've been praying to meet the family for ever since my transplant.
Just overcoming the emotion. It's amazing to hear her heartbeat again. As a mother, you listen to the heartbeat while you're carrying your child. And I don't think you ever asked to hear it again. And my support, I asked the nurse if I could hear her heartbeat at this time. And then to get his letter and be able to hear it again. It's amazing.
It is amazing. The family's reunions were delayed partially because of the pandemic. Wow. I know, right? I was about to do the same thing. I'm like, I need tissues. Man.
That is something else to think that you'll never hear your daughter's heartbeat again, and you do.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Coming up this morning, items on your Christmas list may be easier this year.
Well, big winners and performers from the American Music Awards ahead.
You're watching ABC7 Eyewitness News, streaming live now.
Let's take a look at some of the stories that we'll be watching for you today. A memorial will be held in Wisconsin 1 year after the deadly Waukesha Christmas parade attack. 6 people were killed and several others hurt when Darrell Brooks drove his SUV through the crowd at last year's parade. Brooks, as you see here, was sentenced last week to life and without the possibility of parole. The city is preparing for this next Christmas parade, which is scheduled for December 4th.
Chicago mayoral election will get into high gear today. It's the first day prospective candidates can file nomination petitions for the February 28th general election. At least 10 people, including incumbent Mayor Lori Lightfoot, are vying for a spot on the ballot in Chicago's mayoral race. Office of City Clerk, Treasurer, and all 50 council members are also up for election.
Today, U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg will be in Chicago. He'll be at O'Hare this morning, where we're told that he'll make an announcement that has to do with infrastructure. No other details have been released just yet. And later today, Buttigieg will be in the city to discuss building the next generation of aviation workers.
What's going on there?
We'll find out today. You will learn today.
with you. Let's go outside, see what's going on this morning. It is cold. We know that. Not as cold as it has been. Yeah. And Tracy, we're actually going to flip the script a little bit, warm things up.
Just brutally cold. We had temperatures that were in the teens. We had wind chills in the single digits over the weekend. A couple spots dropped below zero. Right now, 31 is your actual temperature. There is 32 degrees right now at Midway, 31 Joliet, 28 Valparaiso, and 32 right now in Waukegan. Then the wind chills feels like it's in the teens and lower into the 20s this morning. So you still got to have that winter gear with you, your coat, your hat, your gloves. Not as cold as yesterday. And in fact, this afternoon, those high temperatures headed to the mid 40s. Average today is 46 degrees. We're probably going to top out right around 44 here this afternoon. Then tomorrow, we'll add a few more degrees. We're looking for those highs in the mid to upper 40s here tomorrow. But let's head on over to Roz. And what can you expect on the roads?
Well, we've got a few problems. Getting word of a new crash in the suburbs. This is in Hanover Park on Boulevard, southwest of Lake Street. So it is causing a bit of a delay there. We're still averaging only about 35-minute travel times between the tri-state and downtown, except for the Stevenson. We had that crash at Pulaski, a couple of cars, no injuries, but it was to create a little bit more volume. 40 minutes from the tri-state to Sabo Lakeshore Drive, and that northbound tri-state, that's going to take a while to clear up. The medical emergency at 47th Street has been cleared, so all lanes are open, but the delay extends down to about 83rd, maybe even a little bit south of the 83rd Street cash box. It is bumper to bumper, so for the time being, that's an area that I would avoid. Val? Terrell, back to you.
All right, Roz, get on over here so we can do some talking. That's what everybody's talking about today, starting with the star-studded night at the 50th Annual American Music Awards.
Celebs gathered in L.A. for one of music's biggest nights of the year. The award show was packed with powerful performances and even a little bit of controversy. ABC's Willis has the details.
Sit back and relax.
Hey, white man.
The 50th American Music Awards rolling the soft in Los Angeles. Pink getting the party started on the ground, and Carrie Underwood taking it to new heights.
Yes, I'm one of those crazy angels, tilted halo with a neon shine.
A night full of show-stopping performances and surprises. Some the audience loved. Cardi B joining Glorilla for an unannounced performance of Tomorrow 2. But other surprises were less warmly received.
And the American Music Award goes to Chris Brown.
Lionel Richie honored with Steve Award. The all-night-long superstar then joining his friends Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Charlie Puth, Melissa Etheridge, and more to sing We Are the World.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
And Pink taking the stage again to perform a heartfelt tribute to the late Olivia Newton-John. And at the world's largest fan-voted award show, the fans hopelessly devoted to T-Swift.
Taylor Swift!
An historic weekend at the AMA for Taylor, after a turbulent few days with that Ticketmaster disaster surrounding her tour.
I cannot express how unbelievable it is to me that I still get to do this and that you still care. So, thank you, underlined with 13 exclamation points. I don't know what to say. I love you.
Taylor Swift swept every single one of the 6 categories she was nominated in, and in doing so extended her record as the most awarded artist in AMA's history, with 40 total wins. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
T-Swift, she
doing big
goes.
things.
Yeah, 40 wins, that's amazing. Let's bring in Tracy and Roz now so we can talk a little bit more about the AMAs. Hey, ladies, let's look at the fashion at the 2022 American Music Awards.
So the show has a long history of delivering spectacular fashion moments. No shortage of bold looks at LA's Microsoft Theater on Sunday evening. So here we go. Kelly Rowland. Hello.
She's a and she has 2 kids.
Oh, does she really?
Yes, he's like a probably know that her baby's
like
a
baby
year.
babies? Oh,
Maybe
wow.
A year, maybe a year and a half.
Look at her. Yeah, look at that leg.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. I want that bob.
Oh, that really?
Yeah, I like that short, choppy bob.
Very
Like the
Cruella
middle
de
part.
Vil, huh? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So she was one of the presenters. Roland, cheetah dress.
That's fabulous.
With the long glove
Are
to
those
go with it.
leather gloves?
Ooh, look at that, right? Where is the cheetah?
Sleek.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so Machine Gun Kelly, the musician. Oh.
Whoa.
Now, how do you sit down in something like that?
I bet it hurt.
Yeah, you don't. His spiked turned heads on the red carpet, probably because people didn't want to bump into him.
Right.
And divided opinions online. How can you, what's an opinion that needs to be divided on this? Can we all agree that that's ugly?
Yeah, look, you said it. You sit down, you got all those little spiky things going right into your behind, don't you?
Wait, I wonder where there are not any spikes on the butt part, but still.
I think so. They're on the back, right?
Your back,
right.
So you can't sit
Can't really
back
lean back.
What's the point? What is the
We're talking about him. That's
Exactly.
the point.
It's
Yeah.
a statement.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Sabrina Carpenter, Oscar, what's the rest of it? The diamond jewelry from. I'm fashion stupid. I don't know.
no, I think that's just a typo.
Oh.
That's not any
It's not me.
jeweler.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, is it? Oh, it's
Well, how do you say it
is
then?
it wimpy? Wimp.
Wimpy?
Oh, okay, got you. Okay. So
I'm
she's
gonna have to Google that.
great. A lot of money, and she's got it on. There it is, right
Yeah. Right, it's a little fabric, but she's young. Young,
You get lost up like
yeah, sure. The season full scream, not scream, across the Chicago area. Thousands of people lined Michigan Avenue along the parade route on Saturday, and it really is incredible to see so many people gathering together to usher in the holidays, especially the frigid temperatures that particular Saturday. Mickey Mouse and Minnie, they led the annual tradition, and Santa Claus presiding over the holiday spectacular. Despite the absolute frigid temperatures, Chicagoans were going to miss one of the biggest events of the year. And Trey, you have to tell us, you had a front row seat to it all, how it was.
You know what, I really did. And a couple of things that really struck me. First of all, I talked to some ladies from Poland, and I mean, from Poland, they came here just to watch this.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
They wanted to, they heard so much about it, and they were just lovely to speak to. But I think what was most impressive of all to me, our crew, the people that you don't get to see who work behind the scenes here and on this broadcast, just amazing. Just the elements that they had to work through. That cold, you know, I show up and I mean, I get coats, I got hand warmers, and I have all that. But our crew's out there all day Friday, all night, then again all day Saturday. Kudos to all of you because you made it happen. They made it happen.
That is so true. So,
Yeah.
and very nice of you to even mention it.
Acknowledge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because that's a fact. I was telling Tracy, I literally Friday night, as you mentioned, was driving mother to Northwestern in the middle of the night and saw the crews working.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
In the middle of the night?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a big setup. It's a
Yeah.
major setup.
Yeah.
But look at you guys there, Jose.
You look good.
And Alan, this was Alan's last time broadcasting, right? Uh-oh. Let's get Tracy's
Just
mic
get,
up.
yeah, I don't hear Tracy.
There you
There
go.
we go.
The fact that I got to work with Alan, and I said that to him. He's like, please don't say that. Please don't say one last time. You know, he's such a gracious individual, and I love being in his presence. You know, along with Cheryl and Jose, a great time. And by the way, thank you to Laura and Makeup, to Ed Makeup, because this doesn't happen without them.
Yes. And, you know, I watched the parade broadcast of it on Sunday,
How
right?
was it?
And it was great, fantastic. And I heard Alan go when they were, Tracy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what I heard. He and Cheryl were saying, you know, that's going to do it. Have a great night. And he said, see you next year.
Oh.
You did hear that too, right? And I was like, is that a
he
Freudian
did
slip?
say
Is he
that?
telling us he's going to come back for it?
I don't know
He's
about that. He
retiring.
did say that, and he was like, oops.
All right.
Okay, so I
said that,
got
you know. So yeah, I know we all caught that, but it was a fun parade. I love seeing the spinners there, Oh my gosh, they were so fun doing Rubber Band Man and just some of their hits. They were a blast.
I mean, all kinds of crazy performances out there. Tracy was just mentioning that. In fact, we have a little bit of the magic on Saturday. Hey,
I was looking closely because I saw The Lion King Friday night,
Yeah?
and I wanted to see what she looked like without all the makeup on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they're all dressed up in the actual performance on stage. Yeah, it's awesome that we can have this in the middle of Michigan Avenue in Chicago.
Yes.
Like, this kind of performance, this kind of show, it's so cool to have right here.
And these beautiful ladies sang For Good from Wicked.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh man, we could just watch this the rest of the show.
Those temperatures too.
I know. All right. Are we gonna do this? Or are we gonna go to break?
We're
gonna go to break. Okay. All right. Let's take a break. We're back in 90 seconds. Hang tight. Oh, was it?
It never fails.
Good morning to you. Our temperatures this morning are in the 20s, low 30s, 31 right now out at O'Hare. We're at 32 degrees at Midway, 28 in Valparaiso, 29 in Kankakee, and 29 degrees. That temperature right now in DeKalb. We have wind chills like 17 in Maryville, 18 in New Hampshire, 21 is the wind chill right now. Today's high temperature headed up into the mid 40s. Average high today is 46. We'll make it up to about probably 40 degrees. As for tomorrow, we're also looking at highs in the mid upper 40s. So if we are going to see temperatures tomorrow climbing above average. So good news on that front. As for Wednesday and Thursday, highs around 50. On Thursday, I don't see a lot of rain coming our way, but maybe a few showers to dampen the pavement just a little bit. Highs in the 40s Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Got a couple of technical delays on the BNSF. Number 1236 is delayed departing Aurora because of mechanical issues. 1226 is also delayed about 15 minutes because of that. On the expressways, not that bad of a morning, averaging about 35 minutes between the Tri-State and downtown. But the Tri-State northbound, we have another issue. They cleared things up at 47th. Now we have a disabled semi at 55th. Blocking the center lane, so that backup goes all the way down to 95th Street. It is bumper to bumper. Val and Terrell, back to you.
Alrighty, Ross, thank you so much. Thanksgiving is just days away. If you're hitting the roads or taking to the skies to reach your loved ones, millions of Americans are going to be out there with you.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous has steps to help make that journey as stress-free as possible.
Thanksgiving. Families and loved ones gather from near and far. Roads and airports filled with travelers. AAA predicting 54 million people will travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving holiday.
And that's a 1.5% higher than 2021. So we're looking at the third busiest travel season for Thanksgiving holidays since 2000.
If you're one of the estimated 49 million making the trip by car,
The best times to take to the roads is really before 8 a.m. And after 8 p.m. You're going to see travel time between 4 and 8 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Wednesday, absolute peak day to travel, about 42% higher than normal volume.
before you hit the gas, don't forget to pack the essentials.
Making sure you have a kit in your car and flares and extra water and pack snacks.
If you'll be flying to your destination,
it's going to be a really busy Thanksgiving travel season. I think you're looking right now at flights that are more full today than they were pre-pandemic. So you're seeing flights with fewer empty seats today than we saw in 2019. Don't expect that coveted empty middle seat next to you. Not terribly likely.
although delays happen, don't be too concerned about cancellations and disruptions.
I'm cautiously optimistic that air travel operations have improved and that we're not going to see the same meltdowns earlier this year. Even at the worst of times, still over 97% of flights are operating. Odds are still very much in your favor.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
To get away.
Yeah, right, to go somewhere.
Yes, to see family or not, or to see. Well, we want to dive deeper into some simple ways to ease the tension.
Yeah, health experts say deep, long breaths can help reduce stress, especially if you're waiting in long lines. So breathe in, breathe out. Feel the calm taking over your body.
I do. You're soothing people.
It's too early for soothing. We might fall back asleep. So look, you can do that. Take those breaths, especially avoid sitting for long periods of time, which can cause tension and fatigue. So get up, stretch your legs, take a breath.
You know, I'm that person, I'm admitting it, in the airport who does lunges.
Dude.
I find an empty part.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've done push-up, I've done it all. Just like when I've had long, waits or delays or layovers, yep.
Yeah. I like the people on the plane, they're brave, where they get up in the middle of the flight and walk up and down. I'm not that brave. Right.
I can sleep before the plane takes off.
You're one of those people.
I am.
I cannot sleep on a plane to save my life. I just can't get comfortable. These long legs. I don't know what it is. Can your husband fall asleep?
Yeah. He likes to. He's up.
Yeah. See.
He's got more energy than Lola. Like he's up. He's listening to music. He's talking to somebody. And I'm just like over the window, knocked out. Because you know what? I go to sleep when I'm
near your destination, right? You know, people have medicine sometimes to do stuff like that.
I
so
know.
good,
I appreciate it. Thank you, Lord.
So today is one of the strangest Thanksgiving traditions, the presidential pardoning of 2 turkeys. President Biden will rescue 2 birds from the dinner table. This year, the lucky turkeys are named Chocolate and Chip instead of dinner and table.
Right.
Look at them.
Are these
is that
the
them
2
right there? Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Birds look good too, don't they? I can't look at a turkey and not think of anything else other than that white meat.
Yeah, the dinner table. Look at that, and tell by that. See that little thing?
The neck thing.
What's the name? I learned this last year because I went to a turkey
right?
farm and then I can't remember.
It's not a grizzard. What is that? I know.
No, not that part. The part that's hanging
from that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's supposed to mean something.
Okay.
Google it, because I'm not doing it right now. It can't come to me right now, but if you Google it, I promise you will learn something about what that means.
Now I'm fascinated. I want to know more. Right?
It's called the Morning Show Brain. I can't remember.
I know.
But I do remember that because we went to Turkey Farm this time last year, and the owner of the farm explained to us, but I can't remember. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it means, it's a good thing, but I just can't remember
What it is
the backstory
right
of
now.
it.
All right, we're going to do some Googling.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it. More news coming your way in 90 seconds. Hang on. Black Friday, 4 days away. Holiday shoppers this year will have plenty of items to choose from.
For the first time in several years, retailers say supply chains are finally back to pre-pandemic operations. Walmart, Sam's Club both report high inventory of products from electronics to home appliances. Retailers like Target say demand is the only potential issues this holiday season, not availability of products. So it's the demand that's going to be the problem.
Okay. Well, let's see if that brings prices down at all this holiday season.
We
Doubt it.
we didn't talk about that. I don't know that that's going to
Happen. Right. Yeah. All right. But at least you can get your shop on, and what you're shopping for should be in the store. In theory. Quick break. We're back after this.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break.
Hey, a reminder for you, we're going to be talking about this a whole lot through the rest of the year, but the Great Chicago Blood Drive coming up January 11th and 12th, 7 locations for this year, 2023. You can sign up on our website, ABC7 Chicago.
Well, that is going to do it for us this morning. Thank you so much for watching Eyewitness News at 7 a.m. The waddle of the turkey. So we did find that out, and I plan to have an update for you in my research today, tomorrow. So join us. Tanya's going to have a news update. Tracy and Roz are going to talk weather and traffic during GM.
And thanks to, who hit you up in your DM?
Harriet.
Harriet. Thank you, Harriet. We appreciate that. And thank you for watching. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at. Now, an update from ABC7. Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning at 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. We are following breaking news. 15th Ward Alderman Ray Lopez has decided to drop out of the race for mayor of Chicago. Meanwhile, today is the first day to file nomination petitions for the general election, which is next February. More than a dozen people, including incumbent Lori Lightfoot, are vying for a spot on the inaugural race. Prospective candidates have until November 28th to submit their nominating petitions for offices of city clerk, treasurer, and all 50 city council seats that are also up for election. We'll check on weather and traffic for you up next.
Good morning to you. Is right now as well as out at Midway. temperatures that are back in the upper 20s this morning. Right now, lower 20s, some in the teens. It's rather blustery around the area this morning too. I today had into the mid 40s. Average high today is 46. We will get close to that. Tomorrow, we'll call it an above average day. A couple of 50s in the forecast too. Roz?
Couple of suburban issues right now. We see Downers Grove. There's a crash on Butterfield at 3:50. Of a delay there. We've got fire activity in Tinley Park on Oak Avenue near 170th Street. The travel times on the expressways, not bad at all, averaging about 35 minutes, maybe 40 on the Stevenson. The Mound Tri-State is still miserable because of a stalled semi blocking a lane at 55th. Take a look at the tollway camera northbound on the Tri-State. That's 95th Street. That's how far the backup is.